The Gilded Cage is a main solution of Racket Redemption 2, and we are playing through every mission in order as part of our RDR2 mission series. So let's start the mission.
You okay, Arthur?
Arthur meets Jose at the camp, where Dutch informs them that Angelo Bronte has invited them to a high society party in Saint Denis.
Hey, Arthur.
Come on! If we're gonna make it to this party, we sure as shit better clean up a little.
So we're doing this?
Oh, yeah. Old friend Dutch Van der Linde's finally showing his true colors. Social climbing.
Old Senor Bronte, that horrendous snake, has invited us to the ball, Cinderella.
This event presents an opportunity to gain influence and gather valuable information. But first, they need to look the part. As the screen fades back in, Arthur finds himself in a stagecoach alongside Jose, Bill, and Dutch, all dressed in fine tuxedos, an unusual sight for a gang that's more accustomed to dust covered coats and worn out boots. The elegant streets of Saint Denis blur past as they make their way to the mayor's mansion, where the city's elite have gathered.
Know for sure is we're going to a party at the mayor's house, and the guest of honor is the worst crook in town. I'm sure that we will find something.
Okay.
Gentlemen, Luca, I'm afraid the mayor does not allow guns at official functions after last year's.
Upon arrival, they hand over their weapons at the entrance, an unsettling but necessary formality. Stepping inside, they met with a grand spectacle of wealth and influence. Chandeliers illuminating the lavish halls, filled with men in tailored suits and women in gowns. The air is thick with cigar smoke and the murmur of backroom deals. Dutch leads the way upstairs.
Ah, the angry cowboys, you've arrived. And you've washed per la prima volta questo mese.
Where they find Angelo Bronte holding court. He watches the party below with a smug expression, casually mocking the guests, calling them vulgar and resentful of his power.
Yes, apparently so.
And all these people, these are friends of yours, Senor Bronte?
No, not quite, not quite. But they certainly are afraid of me. Like that one. See that wretch? He's the mayor. Henri Lemieux. He'll do anything for $1, and I mean anything.
Politics is a foul business.
Oh, and that one too. That is Alberto Fusar. He owns a sugar plantation out on the island, and he comes here to whore and despoil himself. And that is Hobart Crawley, a Confederate major in the war. I mean, a hero, they say, but this is his very young wife. I mean, a young mistress, that's the natural order of things, yes, but a young wife is unseemly. Oh, the Redskins. I have no sympathy for them, because whoever is stupid enough to get tricked by the Americans, no, they get what they deserve, huh? Yes, and a letter to the mayor. Oh, yeah, that'll save you. And that...
In the same breath, he makes a subtle but chilling suggestion, offering Dutch the opportunity to eliminate someone for him. Dutch, ever the smooth talker, deflects the request without causing offense, keeping their delicate alliance intact.
Oh, I'm willing to help in any way I can, within reason.
I'm going to pretend to understand what that means.
I meant no offense, sir.
None taken. None taken! All these vulgar people, they hate me. Non vedo l'ora di guardarti morire.
Well, it has been wonderful conversing with you, but I can tell that you are very busy, and I won't waste any more of your time.
Yes. Go, enjoy yourselves, and mingle with this vulgar scum. It'll make you long for the days when you could shoot each other and screw cows out on the open range.
Those sure were the days. Good day, gentlemen.
Good day to you. But before you go, what exactly are your plans here?
After mingling with the guests and gathering bits of information, Arthur spots a commotion near the fountain, marked by the yellow dot on his map. A well-dressed but clearly distressed man, the mayor of Saint Denis, is being harassed by a drunkard who is loudly spouting nonsense, drawing unwanted attention from the nearby alley.
Buddy would try to make it so. I will not deny idiocy, sir, but perhaps now is not the time.
Typical pansy.
You are drunk, Ferdinand.
I'm not drunk, you fool. But this man loves darkies.
Hey, you are pretty drunk.
Hey, what's the...
Stepping in, Arthur calmly diffuses the situation, using his imposing presence to intimidate the drunkard.
All right, okay, goddammit.
Come on now, that's it.
The man stumbles away, mumbling curses under his breath, while the mayor, grateful for Arthur's intervention, offers a polite nod of appreciation. This brief interaction earns Arthur some favor in the city's high society. After handling the disturbance at the fountain, Arthur returns to the gathering, where he is properly introduced to the mayor of Saint Denis. The mayor, still slightly shaken from the earlier incident, acknowledges Arthur's help, but the conversation remains brief and formal.
Do you know Evelyn Miller?
My lord, the rider?
Well, we seem to have another deranged drunkard on our hands.
Shall we?
My lord.
As the evening progresses, fireworks lights up the sky, drawing the attention of the guests. Amidst the spectacle, Arthur notices a servant discreetly approaching the mayor, whispering something that immediately darkens his expression. Arthur, ever observant, catches part of the exchange. Leviticus Cornwall is on the phone, and whatever news he brings is clearly unwelcome. The mayor, now visibly irritated, excuses himself and heads inside. Dutch, always keen on information, exchanges a knowing glance with Arthur. Something bigger is at play here, and it's clear that Cornwall's influence stretches deep into Saint Denis politics. The night continues, but the gang now has yet another powerful enemy lurking in the shadows. Arthur discreetly follows the servant through the grand halls of the mansion, keeping a safe distance to avoid suspicion. The lavish setting contrasts sharply with the tension in the air as Arthur carefully maneuvers through the crowd.
Sir?
No problems? Everything's fine. We have the place well secured.
Good. Mr. Bronte has a habit of wandering about and reading whatever he likes.
We're watching him and his men like hawks.
Thank you, Mr. Turk.
Hey! Is everything taken care of? The telephone, it keeps ringing.
The mayor said he will sign later.
Marie!
As he steps inside, he hears the servant's voice echo through the corridor, angrily calling someone over. Arthur halts, pressing himself against the wall, but quickly realizes the man is not talking to him. Instead, he is berating a maid, his voice sharp and impatient. The confrontation is brief, and after dismissing the maid, the servant continues up the grand staircase, his purpose still unclear. Arthur remains in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to follow. Dutch's instincts were right. Something important is happening here, and it's Arthur's job to find out what. Arthur carefully follows the servant up the stairs, keeping to the shadows and staying out of sight. As the man enters an office, Arthur ducks behind a corner, listening intently. Peering around, he watches as the servant opens a desk drawer and places something inside, a ledger. The way he handles it suggests it's important, possibly linked to whatever dealing Bronte and the mayor have with Cornwall. Once the servant exits the room and walks away, Arthur silently slips inside. He approaches the desk, opens the drawer, and retrieves the ledger. With the document in hand, Arthur knows he's found something valuable. Now, he just has to make it out unnoticed.
Extremely confidential.
Very interesting.
Arthur quietly leaves the office, ensuring he isn't seen as he slips back into the shadows. Carefully retracing his steps, he makes his way downstairs, blending in with the elegant crowd. The party continues, but Arthur has what he came for.
Hello? How are you?
Reaching Dutch, he subtly hands over the ledger. Dutch gives a knowing nod before signaling the group to leave. Without drawing attention, they make their way toward the exit.
Maybe not.
Arthur? Gentlemen, I think we're done here.
What did you find out?
There's plenty of money moves through here, of course, and I think I found out how we can grab some of it. A big bank. Real one, I mean. But not yet.
A city bank.
Maybe. And a stuffed one. If we're gonna leave, that could be the one thing we need.
There's also that trolley car station Angelo Bronte told us about, and I heard about a high-stakes poker game. Come on.
Once outside, they retrieve their weapons, climb into the stagecoach, and leave the extravagant board of Saint Denis elite behind. Bill, clearly irritated, mutters about his distaste for the high society types, while Dutch and Jose exchange thoughts on what they have learned.
Society's pigeon shit. If you ask me, it's more like torture.
Well, that's sort of the point, isn't it? Let the people torture themselves. Here's them papers I took. Anybody see you take this? I don't think so. I might have an idea. Let me think on it.
The next morning, Arthur wakes in his room at Shady Bell, the weight of last night still lingering. Before he can gather himself, Dutch is already there, pacing, talking about their future. He repeats the same words Arthur has heard before. One big score, the job that will set them free. But where exactly is home? Arthur watches Dutch, sensing the desperation beneath his confidence. The city of Saint Denis is a world apart from the open frontier they have once thrived in. And as Dutch speaks of fortune and escape, Arthur can't help but wonder, are they really heading toward freedom or just deeper into the storm? That wraps up the Gilded Cage. Now the gang moves on to their next daring scheme in a fine night of debauchery. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more RDR2 stories. Stay tuned for next one.
Trolley thing old Bronte was talking about. Okay. Sure is nice seeing the kid back around.
I don't know if I could have gone on much longer.
All in the past now.